Empenyemfo se utumra na wachiresi. Sa video ya mebebo achirewi eye a video of Martin Kpebu. In fact, interviewer the office of the special prosecutor ejina so editeni Martin Kpebu. Sa video na mebebo achirewo no. Madinkan amamanya nantiye se earlier on Martin Kpebu call a office of the special prosecutor no one call as a criminal aye investigating no that be monim say me dey mean defending kwasasem no kore na make achiro Martin Kpebu wan call the office of the special prosecutor as somebody aware corruption and as somebody I suspect say why corruption to say people like Adumo Chirene Mustafa Hamid no he went there to answer questions based on allegations are making. That is why friends and Martin Kpebu went there. Going there to answer questions just like maybe a meeting na CID a friend and say member and be assist you or in some investigation. That's it. And say A plus be can say on nipo ku Ahmed Swali a CID friend man call you know. A plus call you own say detain no that be or answer questions and no free word. And say Martin Kpebu akọ OSP office na ya detaining no na yenti ase enti afredie na OSP communication director be ka kire say he went there and granted an interview in front of the office which is not allowed and akasakasa bae and omuchi ni detaining say unfa landed property mra ansa na ya yino na amadwedwemu akohu sa video no I want us to watch that video. Baby a yenhwe baby a Martin Kpebu gina ye interview no na ehwe sa interview we ye interview bi betimi gina so adetain obi a watch the video share baby a Martin Kpebu gina ye interview no
cancel we are here solo cancel. So briefly before you go inside, just okay. Shall I ready? So Martin Kpebu is here. He's going to meet an investigative team as part of his third appearance before the OSP. So what are your expectations ahead of this encounter?
That they would get it right this time. Remember, I've been here twice and they couldn't constitute an independent committee. They kept making me appear before subordinates to the special prosecutor. They kept making me appear before subordinates. Subordinates can't investigate their boss. It's incompetence. You see, that's the very thing they did, and then Ufuriata left Ghana, and that's what they've done on 2 occasions. So today, if I get in there and the board, the committee is not properly constituted, I'm not coming back.
But are you willing to cooperate?
Oh, absolutely. That's not in doubt. It's not. We haven't even reached that threshold at all. Look, let's get it clear. What Mr. Kisi Jabi has been doing so far, the 2 appearances, is that I should give my information to his subordinates. You, Fatao, can you investigate your boss? Can you investigate your boss? Can you investigate Mr. Kwesichu? Why is that going to happen? I think you can keep your job. It's ridiculous. So now I understand how he just botched this whole Ufuriata matter, that he can't even get basic things right. Basic things. You're saying that give information to your subordinate. How is the subordinate going to investigate the boss? Where does that happen? Okay.
Thank you very much. So we would have a conversation. We would have a conversation when you are done with the engagement. So Martin Kpebu is here, and he's going to have a conversation. He's going to have a conversation this very afternoon at the office of the special prosecutor. So when he's done, we can have an extensive conversation as far as this particular engagement is concerned. But clearly, Martin Kpebu said he's willing to cooperate with the officers this afternoon as far as, but Council, we told that you are not really willing to cooperate. In fact, the last time Sami Daku posted on his Facebook page that you don't want to cooperate with the team. In fact, you were asked some questions, you refused to answer all of those.
Yeah, so I'm surprised Sami Daku is using the word not willing to cooperate. That's why I said that once he used that language, I understand why they couldn't handle common Ofuriata living. They didn't know how to arrest Ofuriata, put him on bail. Nobody says Ofuriata should not go and seek medical attention. You arrest the person and get bail. You see right now, Osei-Sibe's bail is 623 million or so. The other people 200 million. Yes. So if the person wants to go out, you arrest him. Then say, okay, bring sureties, that's guarantors before you travel, etc. So and as I'm not surprised, Sami Daku is saying I'm not willing to cooperate. It shows the incompetence. He doesn't even understand basic principles of law. He's Sami Daku. Can he investigate Kiseja being his boss? You know, the first time when the invitation to me leaked, the first thing Ghanaians put out on social media is that, how can OSP investigate itself? They didn't learn anything from it. They think it's always only a lawyer who can speak law. What the lay people put out on social media, basic principle, because to the lay person, it was very clear to them that the optics will look very bad. And Sami Daku even has media training. He was a journalist before he became a lawyer. He said that he can't even appreciate this simple thing. So I'm not surprised he says I'm not cooperating. Somebody, as I said, the key is that somebody with his boss who didn't know how to arrest Oforiatta, put him on bail before he traveled. Don't be surprised that such a person today says that I'm not cooperating. The principles are eluding them. Basic principles, first principles are eluding them. So you see why they will have to leave that office, because simple things they don't understand. How would that's what I'm saying, you Fatao, how would it be that you say you want to investigate your MD, you want to investigate or the owner of Joy FM, Kwesichum, the power relations, how would that happen? And you think you will get promotion, and you think you can keep your job? It doesn't happen anywhere. So what in very serious institutions they do is that, one, either you give it to a board, that's if the board appears very independent, or two, you set up a special committee outside the organization, a committee that doesn't have any relations with the committee, so that there will be independence. Optics. I'm surprised that somebody who has media training, a journalist, doesn't understand optics. And in law is there. They tell you that justice ought not only to be done, but manifestly. You see the optics. So in law, we also use it that justice must manifestly be seen, manifestly. So outward, the outward appearances must look good. As soon as the outward appearances around the justice situation don't look good, people will never feel that they have justice. So this simple thing, if they can't get it, and as I repeated, I'm not coming back the next time if I go up there and they still give me a committee that is not independent.
Thank you so much, Council. So we'll have a conversation after the engagement. Thank you very much.
So,
Council, we are here.
This is the interview that landed Martin Kpebu into trouble. To be very honest with you, baby, Martin Kpebu Jinaye interview with pa Ediena doesn't make sense to you say you're detaining because of this interview. Let's put politics and some hatred aside and talk, and then face the reality. And this interview was granted by 3 people. Martin Kpebu, the journalist who was asking questions, and then cameraman, Nipa 3 in a year interview. RNH Kpebu Nkwaneja too. If indeed say OSP person say baby omujina ye interview no ye unlawful ayetiase, why did they arrested only Kpebu and left the 2 journalists? So you could see clearly say Martin Kpebu ebe free eye ni fie about OSP office wadada no. Na in their mind you know why your mind is omuba or ba ye be sheda ye bibi. Agina so aye den adetaining no. I'm telling you, that was the plan. Say enye sir, you cannot tell me say this interview look at something. Look at something.
Solo.
Share be a Martin Kpebu free by. Share.
Left Ghana, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, Council. So briefly before you go.
Na here be abedina. Na eye interview na ti Kpebu Nkwaneja ni part 2. Cameraman the journalist no kura mic no. Why? If indeed it was because of the interviewer, these people to Ngomuka. And I'm not sure say Martin Kpebu is the first person or be interview was I'm not sure. I am not sure say Martin Kpebu is the first person I ever interview no was a baby no. Me not sure say he's the only person. Ah? So Ochina says Parliament. I inviting is umbra. Now I abusing the officer. You see some co-mini MPP social media bloggers be. As I said, why is the government using Parliament to disturb OSP? Wa father we kwa dundum mu say entiase be na ewom entiase be na ewom ah entiase be na ewom. This is where he granted the interview. Ah Charlie, sometimes wrong. I'll get back to this issue. Munsha Madri, thank you.